here to the White House.
Thank you.
One of the things that I think everybody wants to talk about with you is Iran. Obviously, I know it's top of mind for you.
Let me pick up that volume a little bit for you guys.
You have actually said you either want a good deal or no deal at all with Iran. So what does a good deal look like for you?
Well, first of all, there's no deal that's good enough because the media will cover it. We're making a great deal. We're going to make it a great deal. Or we'll just go back and finish it off militarily. But this would go faster. It's probably better on a humane standpoint. There's something nice about it also. You know, save a lot of lives. Whether it's the other side or not, you save a lot of lives. But we're close to a very good deal, and if we can make it good, otherwise we just start up with the Department of War, as we call it. And it's been very successful. You saw Venezuela. It was a one-day win, and this is really a win already. We've defeated their military. Essentially,
the COPE is nuts. It is. The COPE is crazy. I thought that I'd let this play through. It's pretty painful, but we'll keep going. I'm sorry.
Defeated their military. I would rather get a deal because we can open the strait immediately upon signing. The one guarantee that I have to have is that there will be no nuclear weapons. They've agreed to that. And it was very interesting.
Hey, that's something that they were always willing to agree to. If you were asking them not to make a nuclear weapon, well, sure, but that was largely contingent upon their security, in which you violated. And so you can't expect the same level of a guarantee that you would have gotten prior to February 28th. And look, he's telling on himself. He's like, well, we're going to sign a deal, and right away the strait needs to be open. That's all that matters, is the Strait of Hormuz at this point. And that's what we desperately need to be released. Yeah. That's the biggest thing right now.
It's the biggest obstacle for them. It's the only thing he cares about.
Yes.
They originally said, we will not develop a nuclear weapon. I said, well, what happens if you buy a nuclear weapon? So now it says we will not develop or in any way purchase a military weapon. That's a big difference. So we're getting what we want slowly. Very tough negotiators. It takes a long time. I'm in no hurry. I'd like to say I'm in a hurry.
Let me quickly frame this, just quickly, because it comes to my mind now and it's fresh and I don't want to let it sit and I forget. Iran is a relatively powerful country. Middle power, respectable ballistic missiles program, respectable drone program, has done damage to several of these countries that have U.S. defense in the region, and they were enriching uranium at 60%, which is close to weapons grade, which would be about 90%, and where you can actually make a bomb to use against people. On top of that, you also have to consider they are closely allied strategically with Russia and China. And so we've given them a buffer of 2.5, almost 3 months now at this point. The ceasefire has gone on for way too long, and they've built up their ballistic missiles program to something that was probably larger than what it was prior to the conflict, or at least even. Who knows what they're doing behind closed doors? And this is something that everybody has to acknowledge. This is a country that's been given a break. They survived the U.S. bombing campaign. They made it painful for us. They're tolling ships in the Strait of Hormuz. We tried to stop them with Operation Freedom. Didn't work. They're continuing to toll the ships in the Strait of Hormuz, blockade it. Our blockade of their blockade and our blockade of their naval ports clearly don't seem to be that effective because they're still not running to the table for a deal like Trump said they would per that blockade. So that's not working. And again, they have all of these weapons that are being delivered to them from likely China and Russia. Yeah, I mean, of course we're asking them not to buy a nuke, but this is like a problem that we've opened up by starting this conflict that we would have never had to deal with. We put a battery in the back of a country that is going to be very problematic in the future. And this is what Robert Pape says, but it's increasingly obvious Iran could be one of the most powerful nations on the earth if we don't continue and finish off this war, which we likely at this point won't. And so what